And welcome to our Thrive 2025. This is a New Year goal setting webinar. And I'm so excited to give this to everybody because sa simula ng taon, very important to na we are discussing goals, di ba? So can you type goal in the comment? So again, this is a very important time. Not only important, this is a very perfect time. Perfect time to para simulan natin yung ating mga goals. But my goal is to somehow give you an idea how to properly set it. Diba? Kasi maraming mga nagagawa ng goal setting, start of the year. Maraming gumagawa nito pero they just do it passively, hindi masyadong intentional. Kaya nangyayari, 9 days of the month pa lang or of the year, nakalimutan na. Okay? So my goal tonight is to provide you some value in terms of how do we really set the goal properly. Okay? So if you are ready, can you type Thrive 2025? Sige, type it in the comment. And again, I would like to ask if everybody, if you could open your cameras, no? Some house rules lang. So this will be a very interactive portion. If you could join the activities, mamaya meron tayong gagawin. And later, if you could provide or could prepare some papers, pens, mas maganda. Okay? Kasi this is going to be a fun activity. Okay. So again, Thrive 2025, welcome to our New Year goal setting webinar. So I hope bawat isa ay ready na, no? Kasi sobrang exciting na mag-share ng goals, no? Sobrang exciting gumawa ng goal. So I hope kung meron dito hindi pa marunong, matutunan natin 'yon. Kung meron dito nagsawa na, sana bumalik uli yung fire ng pagse-set ng goal. At kung meron ditong mga marunong na pero ayaw lang gawin, I hope you will be encouraged and inspired to do so. All right. So, sa mga hindi pa nakakilala sa akin, I'm Coach AJ Badjola, and I'm sure you found the announcement of this webinar in my page, and you can follow me on my other socials. But tonight I'm teaching more about entrepreneurship, finance. I'm teaching about leadership and also personal development. So part of this is personal development, or this is part of the personal development um, aspects, no, na binibigay natin or pinoprovide nating value. All right, so let's start this session. Simulan natin to with asking everybody, how would you describe your 2024? Meron ba? Sino ba dito pwedeng makapag-describe ng kanyang 2024? Can you type it or even click that somewhere, no? Or give that emoji. No? Solid year. Thumbs up ka kung solid yung year mo na 2024. Okay, grateful ka ba kahit ano nangyari? Positive, negative, still grateful ka? Give me a heart. And then, na-surprise ka ba? Maraming surprises na dumating. Natawa ka na lang ba? 'Di ba? Tawa nata Wala ka na magawa kundi tumawa lang ng tumawa. Oh, okay, merong nagsabi tough. It's so tough, no? Nakakaiyak. Ano ba 'yan? So hindi ko maintindihan bakit lahat bumuhos ng 2024. Pero sana wala, no? Sana wala. Pero you may be honest with yourself. Are you bitter with your 2024? No? Sana wala. All right. So now, why is it important to ask you about how are you with your 2024? Kasi sobrang importante na we assess. We go back not really to get stuck, to be stuck, but we go back so that we could evaluate ano yung mga nangyari, bakit siya naging solid year, maybe meron akong ginawa na dapat ituloy ko, ba't ako grateful, dapat ma-maintain ko yung feeling na yon of being grateful. Ano yung naka-surprise sa akin, bakit hindi ko yun na anticipate, or things that are lessons maybe na tinatawanan mo na lang ngayon, or maybe tough. Okay, so sa tough na yan, marami kang pwedeng matutunan, and I'm sure those who said na tough yung 2024, marami kayong lesson na baon-baon. All right, so that's how important it is. And I want you to put in the comment also, A, if nandito ka, no? So kanina is describing 2024. Ibig sabihin, the year. But right now, I want you to describe how you feel today. How are you? Okay? So, and that's why I want you to listen to this focused, no? And I am expecting that you are here tonight. You are here today, present physically and mentally, and with all your being, you're here, talagang nandito ka, no? Because these are important questions that sometimes hindi natin na itatanong. Lumipas ng ilang araw ng bagong taon, pero hindi mo talaga nasagot eh. Kumusta ba ako? Di ba? So madalas, dahil kailangan ng umusad ang taon, marami ng mga trabaho, marami ng gagawin, go ka na lang, pero you did not really you're not able really to evaluate. So type in the comment A if you're lost. Sasabihin mo, I'm lost, hindi ko alam actually, coach. I'm not sure kung saan ako pupunta. Hindi ko alam what to do next. I need help. I really need help. And I'm here to know that and also help you. Okay? Kaya natin to ginagawa is really to help people, add value. Pangalawa, type B if you are burnt out. Ikaw ba ay feeling mo na stuck ka na sa isang routine, na boring na yung sitwasyon mo, laging paulit-ulit na lang, wala nang exciting thing in your life, and plateau na. Yung growth mo, when you say plateau, is flat na siya. Okay? Hindi ka na nag-grow. So B, okay? Somebody says B. Alright? Ano pa? And C, okay, maraming B, bored and routine, okay? Thank you for sharing. C if you're ready and you want more. You're ready for more. Tingin mo, marami na akong natutunan, marami na akong kayang gawin, and I am ready to go for more. I am ready to be better this year. So you're experiencing a certain level of success, pero kulang. You want some more. Okay, C? Okay, mas marami yon. Mas marami yung C. And I'm glad that walang masyadong A, no? So I hope you're not really just hiding it or covering the situation, because walang tama o maling sagot dito. Ang pinakatama dito is really how you feel. No? Being true to yourself. And okay, so mostly B and C. Thank you for giving your comments. And okay, so bakit natin to tinatanong? Because ang main question is kung saan ka man doon, whether you are A, you are B, you are C, ang tanong is bakit ka nandyan? Okay? Ba't ka nandyan? May nagdala ba sa'yo dyan? Or na-enjoy mo na ba dyan? Or ayaw mo na bang umalis dyan? Or naligaw ka lang, napunta ka dyan? So why? Diba? Yan yung question na dapat sinasagot natin. Bakit ka na-stuck sa isang situation? Especially kung ayaw mo. Alright? So, there's a quote by Henry Ford. He says, whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. Kahit nasabihin mo, isipin mo na mali, tama ka, or kaya mo or hindi mo kaya, tama ka eh. So, when you are stuck in a situation and you say to yourself, I can't leave this situation anymore. Hindi ko na kaya. Hanggang dito lang ako. Nandito na ako eh. Wala na akong magagawa. And maraming tao, naririnig natin yan, di ba, sa mga usapan. Wala akong magagawa eh. Ganun talaga, wala na akong magagawa. So, if you say you can't, you're right. Pero, ito yung good news. If you also say you can, kaya mo. Kaya ko to this year. I can do better. Doon sa mga nagsabi ng C. This year, kaya kong iangat yung game ko to another level. Dun sa mga nagsabi ng B, kaya kong umalis dito sa routine na to. Yes, you can. Can you type it in the comment? I can. Okay? So, now, here are some of the reasons why people get stuck. Kung bakit hindi nakakaalis dun sa isang sitwasyon, no? Number one is lack of confidence. Wala ng confidence. So, ang nakikita na lang lagi are the limitations. Marami kang nakikitang limitations sa sarili mo. Hindi ko kaya to, mahina ako sa ganito, kulang ako sa skills ko dito, um, hindi talaga ako pang dito, no? Yung sitwasyon ko ngayon, ang hirap kasi ang dami kong mga burden in life, dami kong struggles. Um, there's a lot of reasons, no? So, and the reason is there's no confidence enough. And I'm telling you, if you will focus on your limitations, what you will experience is doubt. Magdududa ka sa sarili mo and lack of confidence. But one thing that you can do is to focus your energy to a different perspective. So later, we'll talk more about it. But one thing, kaya ka na-stuck dyan sa situation mo, I will tell you, is because wala kang confidence. Tama ako? Or mali? Or tamang-tama? So, tama ba yun, no? Is lack of confidence one of the reasons, but feeling mo nakastuck ka na dyan sa routine na yan? Hindi ka confident kasi na magbago, na mag-change, or na itry yung isang bagay na something new. Another thing is negativity. There's so much negativity all around, no? Sa sarili mo, sa mga tao na malapit sa'yo, sa paligid mo, sa mga taong hindi mo kilala, mas malayo sa'yo, negative pa rin. And sa society, negative pa rin. We are living in a negative world. Tandaan natin yan. And that's why sessions like this, webinars like this are very important. Why? Because these are some time that you can spend to look at perspective, to look at things differently on a more positive perspective. No? So kung titingnan mo, kung hindi ka umattend dito, normally on this kind of or time of the day, however you are listening, no? Anong ginagawa mo usually pag ganito, di ba? Anong pumapasok sa mind mo? Anong naririnig mo? Anong naiisip mo during these times of the day? And I will tell you, 100%, mostly negativity. Whether you're watching TV, you're watching a news, nakikipag-text ka sa kaibigan mo, baka chismis ang pinag-uusapan or ibang tao or mga hinaing sa buhay, no? Baka may kausap ka sa telepono or maybe you're just scrolling your social media and makakita ka ng mga negativities all around. And yes, that is also one reason why you get stuck because your minds are being fed negativities. Therefore, you are producing negative thoughts. And I'm telling you, that will not help you ngayong taon. Alright? Negativity is another thing. Pangatlo, excuses. Dahil marami ka ng limitations na nakita, puro negativities na lang yung energy mo every day, it creates and it becomes excuse, no? There is a saying that says, or I think it's Adolf Hitler who said, if you say something wrong or if you tell a lie long enough to enough people, eventually it will be the truth. And if you will say to yourself, yung mga lack of confidence mo, yung negativities mo sa sarili, it becomes excuse. And excuse is basically the lies that you tell yourself on a daily basis. Ano yung mga lies na sinasabi mo sa sarili mo? Can we give some examples? Ilagay mo nga sa comment. Can I see if you have some lies na or guilty ka about this? Ano yung mga sinasabi mo sa sarili mo on a daily basis na hindi naman talaga totoo pero sa'yo pa nanggagaling, no? And ang nakakalungkot, yung sarili mo kasi gullible yan. Paniniwalaan ka niyan. Lalo na ikaw nagsabi. So sinabi mo sa sarili mo, pinaniwalaan ka ng sarili mo, and that's why. So Russell said, I don't have time. Yes, that's a lie. Because time is never enough. You don't find time. You make time. Tandaan nyo yan. Hindi nyo hinahanap ang oras because oras is a scarce resource. 24 hours lang bawat isang tao. Mahirap, mayaman, pantay-pantay tayo. We have 24 hours. It's a matter of where we put our time. If we will make time for a certain thing, kung gagamitin natin na sa isang bagay ang oras natin, or gagamitin nating excuse yun para hindi natin gawin ang isang bagay. And this new year, enough of those reasons that I have no time. Because if you will assess really yung sarili natin, ang dami nating oras na halos hindi na nagagamit. And you know, personally, I want to share with you one of the things that I am changing this year is to use those time na hindi ko nagagamit or those time na nasasayang more productively. And I had an audit of my time, inassess ko siya, and sa 24 hours probably I can get 4 to 5 hours of wasted time na hopefully pwede sana siyang magamit pero hindi na siya nagagamit, no? And yeah, that's one example, and I can't is one another example. Yung hindi ko kaya, wala hong tao na hindi kaya because we have a lot of potential. We have capacity to learn things. Walang pinanganak na doktor agad, walang pinanganak na abogado kagad, walang pinanganak na expert kagad. Lahat dumaan sa pagiging beginner. So if you're doing something, if you are starting something, don't say to yourself agad. Wag mo agad sasabihin sa sarili mo na hindi mo kaya. Dahil, again, sabi nga kanina ni Henry Ford, if you say or if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you are also right. It's a matter of choosing what you want to say to yourself. And lastly, ang isang reason bakit ang isang tao ay nasa stuck sa isang situation is because fear. Okay? Hindi ka pa nagsisimula, takot ka na. Paano pag sinubukan ko to? Baka mag-fail ako. Maybe you're trying to start or thinking of starting a business, pero ang fear mo kagad is, paano kung malugi ako? So, that's example na maraming fear. And you know what? Fear is an emotion. If you will just learn how to master that emotion, no? And it has a positive equivalent, no? Fear has a positive equivalent. And if you're just able to convert that fear into something opposite that, no? Like courage or excitement or passion, maybe, no? Mas marami kang ma-achieve. So winners fail 100 times more than losers will try. A lot of losers, they lose because hindi naman dahil nagfe-fail sila eh. It's because they don't even try. And don't do that this year. So you have to keep on trying. Don't let fear na makahinder sa sarili mo. Okay? So this year, okay, one of the important things na pag-usapan natin is change. Can you type change in the comment? You need to change your story. Yung kanina, yung pinakita kong apat na yon, somehow, yun ang istorya mo sa buhay. 2024, ikaw yon. Dami mong negativity sa sarili mo, ang dami mong fear, hindi ka ang dami mong negativity, ang dami mong fear, nagdududa ka, okay? Ano pa? So those are the stories na nangyari sa in 2024. So let's just change it, no? Importante that we are mindful about our thoughts instead of negativities, okay? You produce positive thoughts. Paano mo gagawin yon? Maybe talk more to positive people. Maybe read more positive things, consume more positive contents. Maybe you could be joining some community na positive than what you have right now kasi you are remember most of the time the negativities are coming from inside your family, no? That's a sad truth but it's true. And that thought, kapag patuloy ng patuloy yan, no, it will turn into an emotion. And so if you keep on hearing negative things like, you can't, hindi mo kaya yan, mahina ka naman, wala ka namang kwenta, wala kang alam, no? Wala kang ma-achieve, no? You are a failure. Those negative things will be converted into fear. Okay? So that fear, okay, if that will become your emotion, no? Ano mangyayari? If that will become your emotion, that fear will hinder you. Mawawala ka sa sa focus mo. Hindi mo magagawa yung mga dapat mong gawin, supposedly. All right? And also, if you have these thoughts and feelings, it will naturally come out from your mouth. Yan yung lagi mo sasabihin. Kaya mapapansin mo, pagkausap mo ang ibang tao, mostly, ang binabanggit mo, excuses. Mostly, ang binabanggit mo, kaya lang. Di ba, ako, madalas akong nag-observe sa mga kinakausap ko. At madalas kong na-observe yung word na, una, positive yung statement, and then dadagdagan ng, kaya lang. Blah, 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 kaya lang ganito eh. Blah, 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 ang problema ganito eh. Kaya lang ang problema ganito, blah blah blah, etc. So, kapag ka ganon, no, those are excuses. And if those are the words that comes from our mouth, we need to change that kung gusto natin mag-thrive this 2025. And of course, if we keep on saying something, it will reflect in our actions, no? Yan yung self-talk mo. And your action will be like that also. So you will focus on limitation, hindi ka nakikilos, hindi ka nagagalaw, status quo, average ka na, and that's because you limit yourself. So focus on the ambition. So we will change our story. Okay? And I'll give you, speaking of story, I'll give you some stories of those people who are inspiring, no? It's never too late. Sabihin mo sa sarili mo yun. Type mo sa comment. It's never too late. I don't know the listener kung ano yung mga age nyo. Okay? Nasaan part kayo ng inyong life. Pero it's never too late. Okay? You may say, masyado na akong matanda, masyado na akong mahina, masyado na akong papahinga na ako. Ito na yung part ng buhay ko wherein retirement mode na. No? So, but it's never too late. Because sometimes, you want a retirement mode, but the mode is not really retirement. It's still tired. No, you still feel tired. Okay, so kaya these things, no, or these persons, for example, Colonel Sanders, ito yung pinaka-classic na example natin na at the age of 65, he was broke. But we know the story. After at his 60s, doon niya binenta yung recipe niya ng KFC, and we all know about KFC right now, no? Kung gaano kalaking business, at doon siya yumaman. So this one is Ramil Comendador, a former janitor of Comelec who became a lawyer after years of studying at Universidad de Manila while doing full-time work at Comelec. So part-time student, no? Working student. Janitor, naging abogado. Okay? Isn't that inspiring? So kung sinabi nila na wala na, hanggang dito na lang ako, janitor lang ako eh. Wala na akong mararating sa buhay. Janitor lang ako eh. Ano mangyayari? He will remain as a janitor. But because he believed in himself, he changed his perspective, attorney na siya ngayon. Attorney Comendador. Okay? And then another one is a tricycle driver, Generato Usores, tricycle driver, graduated with a degree in education. Okay, ito yung matindi, 64 years old. Di ba? Kaya, I don't know if ikaw ay 46 pa lang, kabaliktaran ng 64. Or maybe 24 years old, mas nakakahiya, no? Kung hindi tayo magbabago or mag-change for the better. So these are examples and a lot more ng mga tao na mga umasenso sa buhay, may pinatunayan sila that change is very important. Change is doable, and the most important thing is it's never too late. Okay? I hope you say that to yourself, it's never too late. After this webinar, dapat maisip mo yan, it's never too late. Hindi pa huli. Tama si coach eh. Yung 2024, wala pa naman yun eh. Practice pa lang yun eh. Hindi pa huli ang lahat. May chance pa ako, and this is the chance this year. Okay, so a lot of us, no? Tingnan mo to how much have you changed in the last 10 years? I want you to think about this for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, think about this. 2025 na ngayon. How are you 2015? Can you just simply close your eyes and just, alam mo yun, think about this very briefly. Kumusta ka noong 2015? Tingnan mo habang nakapikit ka yung buhay mo noong 2015. And then where you are right now. Okay? And I want you to think, may nagbago ba? May nagbago ba? Right? Meron ba nagbago? Okay, maybe you could put in the comment. Malaki ba? Konti lang? Okay? Ito yung sabi ni Bill Gates, no? We massively underestimate how much we will change in the next decade. And this is true. Kung titingnan mo yung pinagbago mo 10 years ago, kung nasan ka ngayon, mas tatapang kang magbago mula ngayon, papunta sa 10 years. Naintindihan niyo ibig ko sabihin? You get what I mean? Kasi sometimes, nadi-discourage kang magbago kasi feeling mo masyadong imposible, matagal, or parang ang layo. Pero I'm trying to help you think na sa totoo lang, pag binalikan mo yung 10 years ago mo, or just even 5 years, 5 years na lang, malaki na yung pinagbago mo eh. You have learned a lot. You have improved a lot, no? May nagsabi, maraming pinagbago, maraming natutunan, maraming na-experience, maraming naging kaibigan, maraming na-improve, maraming napundar. And kung babalikan mo yon, tatapang kang simulang magbago ulit mula ngayon hanggang sa next 5 to 10 years. You get what I mean? So, kaya ko siya tinatanong, how much do you think you will change in the next 10 years? Gaano kaya tingin nyo? Anybody? Tingin mo from 2025 to 2035 or even 2030. Ano kaya? Na-imagine mo ba? 'Di ba? Kasi noon, 'di ba? Baka hindi mo nabibili yung mga bagay na nabibili mo ngayon. Baka noon wala ka nung mga bagay na meron ka ngayon. Baka noon wala kang idea kung saan ka expert ngayon. Those are change. And don't underestimate it. Huwag mong i-underestimate because those things can happen. Okay? So I want to show you this. And this is me, many years ago. A psychological illusion in which people of all ages believe they have experienced significant personal growth and change in the past. But will not substantially grow in the future. This happens even when participants recognize past accomplishments. So there's a study no na meron daw illusion ng tao na, and this applies to all ages 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, na they have experienced significant personal growth and change in the past but will not substantially grow. So parang yes, nare-realize natin yung pinagbago natin in the past, from the past hanggang ngayon, pero nahihirapan tayong matanggap or maarok or ma-consider na kaya nating magbago in the future, kahit na in the near future lang. Nakukuha nyo? So I hope we don't get stuck by this, no? So I want to ask you, put it in the comment, how do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now? Uy, older but happier. I'm rich. All right. Ano pa? How do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now? Huh? Stable. Okay, that's good. Thank you for that. Ano pa? Anyone else? All right. So, yeah. And I want to encourage you, no? I'll give you some areas. Okay, international speaker. Wow. That's a very good vision. Legacy built. Okay, malalim 'yon. Nabibuild yung legacy. Okay, so in terms of change, so wala naman akong ibang pwedeng gawing example na credible kundi sarili ko, because yung kaninang picture, that was me, and again, this is another set of photos na I'm so proud to show, because this really shows the change every year. Okay? From 2021, I was in that situation na unhealthy, no? Lack of discipline in myself, in my health, abusing my health. And then 2022, I tried to, from then on, 2021, no, after pandemic, so I tried to start, I tried to start na parang I need to change, no? Kasi marami tayong realization during pandemic, di ba? May mga kilala tayo na nawala, di ba? Because of health problems, especially nga dahil nagkaroon ng pandemic. So that's why there was a realization that I needed to change. And I started 2021, 2022, and then actually those period yung pinakamahihirap, because parang walang ganong change eh. Meron ba sa inyo na try nyo na you tried to change something in yourself pero halos walang nangyayari, halos walang kaibahan? So parang nakaka-discourage magtuloy. Parang ayaw mo ituloy kasi wala naman nangyayari. Parang ganon, di ba? So pero if you just keep the discipline, keep on doing it, no? I avoided a lot of foods. Marami tayong mga binago na routine, no? I even adopted some tips, health tips, and yan yung nangyari 2023 and 2024. So in my case, I'm so excited what will be my look in 2025, di ba? So baka hindi na lang diyan nakikita, no, hanggang sa dito na, sa body na, sa body na makikita. So i-update ko kayo doon. Pero my point here is this. Here are things that I used to realize these things. Mahirap magbago pag wala kang, or pagka hindi strategic or structured yung pagbabago mo. Kapag ka sinabi mo lang sa sarili mo, and a lot of people are like this, ito yung mga naggagawa ng New Year's resolution, no? Na ilang araw lang, nakalimutan na, super excited ng first day, bago pa mag-auno, ang dami ng ginagawa, sinasabi, pero wala na, nakalimutan na after. You know why? Walang lalim eh. Walang lalim, and wala talagang totoong linaw yung pagbabagong gusto nila. And I want to give you some guide, no? Number one is purposeful. You look at the purpose. Bakit ka magbabago? In my case, ang naging reason ko is I wanna spend more time with my family, with my children. Gusto ko makita lumaki sila and I don't want to die young, no? Kasi dun sa situation ko before in my health, talagang nakikita ko na baka mapadali buhay ko nito, no? Mapapabilis ang buhay ko nito sa mundo. So sabi ko, I need to go back to my purpose. And that purpose went back to my family, and then also my passion to serve other people, to the community, and to lead people, to help people to change all these things. So yun yung mga purpose na dumating sa akin. And again, mahirap siya, but emotionally you have to fight it, no? You have to really work on it. Physically, there are a lot of things na dapat mong ginagawa. So sometimes you need to do some activities. Hindi ako masyadong active person, but I needed to do it. So that's physical. And environmental, I need to be with people who talks about these things na goal mo. Kasi pagka may goal ka, specific goal, tapos ang kasama mo lagi ay hindi naniniwala dun sa gusto mong mangyari na change, kailangan mong umalis doon. Dalawa lang ang pwede mangyari. Kalimutan mo yung change na iniisip mo at manatili ka doon sa environment na yon, or ipaglaban mo yung pagbabago na yon at umalis ka doon sa environment na yon. Okay? Kasi, example, nung naging ganyan ako kalaki, talagang matindi, no? Parang laging gusto ko kumakain lagi, no? Laging nasa labas, napupuyat, kumakain. So, yung environment na yon hindi nakakatulong doon sa goal ko eh. So, I needed to be around people who are more aligned with what I want. And financially, inisip ko, anong gagawin ko sa mga pinaghihirapan ko na financial reward kung hindi ko rin naman siya may enjoy later. So all these things are interconnected, no? And this is for me the holistic approach of how you will change yourself. Okay? So now, I hope you're learning, and speaking of change, another thing that I want to discuss with you is regret. The only thing scarier than change, merong mas nakakatakot sa change eh. Alam niyo kung ano yun? I-type mo nga, regret. Panghihinayang. Studies show that we usually regret things we did not do. And that's why we're doing this tonight. We're doing this ngayon, no? Kasi ayokong lumipas yung isang taon na hindi nyo man lang to naisip. And eventually, ang maging feeling nyo sa dulo ng taon is regret, puro regret. Sana ginawa ko, sana pala ganito, sana ganyan, sana ganon. This is a very powerful emotion, no, na makakadrag sa atin. Regret. And it's scary. Nakakatakot yung, di ba minsan, kaya nga minsan, ang daming, you know why maraming nasa scam na tao? Because of this fear of regret. Na parang, sige na nga, baka pagsisihan ko to eh. Kasi hindi ako kagad jumoin or sumali. Kasi baka pag nahuli na ako, huli na ang lahat. Kaya sila napapahamak because of the scare, of their fear na mag-regret sila. So now let's talk about regret. No? I want you to answer this. If you have, by the way, if you have pen and paper, and I hope you have, isulat nyo rin to, no? Kasi itong sinasabi ko sa inyo are just guide. I'm just trying to help you process things and ask the right questions, no? What do you wish you did in 2024? Meron ka bang sana ginawa noong 2024 na hindi mo ginawa? Pwede ipakilagay din sa comment, no? I wanna see some answers in the comment. Ano yung sana ginawa mo noong 2024? Or ano yung pinanghihinayangan mo? Kasi madalas ng pinanghihinayangan natin, hindi yung ginawa natin eh. ang madalas na panghihinayang natin, ano yung hindi natin ginawa. Sayang, sana ginawa ko yon. Sayang ganito, sayang ganito. So, ano yung sana ginawan ko ng action last year? Meron ba? So I want you to type it in the comment. So let's see kung merong mga mag-share ng kanilang mga experience dito through the comment. I'm encouraging you to participate. Okay? Meron ba? All right. So kung ako, investing, okay? That's one thing na sana ginawa ko noon, no? Last year. Sana sinimulan ko na. And it's like just like anything, no? Planting tree. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Ganun din yon. The best time to invest was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Sana minanage ko yung income ko, and that's also right. You know, if hindi nyo to na experience or naiisip, because probably kung hindi ka naka-attend nito, maybe you will not able to think about these things. But these are important questions. Ano ba sana yung ginawa ko? Sana nag-focus ako last year sa trabaho ko. Sana nag-focus ako more sa business ko. Sana nag-focus ako more sa family ko. Sana nag-focus ako more dun sa craft ko. Okay? Sayang, no? Maraming mga nasasayang na oras, na araw. It's because we did not take action. And these are parts of the regrets na nararanasan natin. And this is what we want to avoid this 2025. Ayaw natin na bumalik tayo dun sa feeling of regret. I wish I had the courage to say no. Yeah. Yeah, I could have invested my time better. So yeah, that's something that is also yeah, 'di ba? Yung kung saan natin i-spend yung time natin. So now, don't worry because I would like you to turn those regrets and disappointments, yung mga sana mo. Kung yung regret mo may kahalong disappointment, may halong galit na nasobrahan ka na, or may halong paninisi na sa sarili mo, self-criticism, I want you to use that energy. Because again, it's energy. And I want you to use that energy to your advantage. Kasi dalawa lang ang pwede mangyari. That energy, negative energy, will consume you. And the more that hindi mangyayari yung magandang bagay sa buhay mo, or pwedeng yung energy na yan gamitin mo positively to your advantage. And how do you do that? Make those regrets fuel para lalo kang manggigil this 2025. Can you type it? Fuel. Gamitin mong gasolina yan. Okay? Yung hindi ka nag-invest last year, mas lalo kang manggigil na magsimula ka ngayong buwan na. Gawin mong gasolina yan. Yung panghihinayang mo, yung 12 months na nasayang, bawiin mo sa month na to. No? Kung hindi mo na manage yung income mo buong taon, ang daming nasayang last year, gamitin mo ngayon, simula pa lang, ngayon pa lang gumawa ka na ng budget mo, ilista mo na lahat yan. Kung ikaw hindi ka nakafocus last year, ang dami mong mga distractions sa paligid, this time, use that as a fuel to focus na kahit this time, kahit sinong mag-distract sa akin, wala akong ibang titingnan, wala akong ibang bibigyan ng attention, ito lang, because I'm sick and tired. Ayoko nang hindi makafocus. Kung ikaw nasayang ang oras mo, hindi ka nakaka-say no, this time gamitin mong gasolina yan para hindi magalit dun sa nangyari sa'yo before, hindi magalit sa sarili mo, but magalit ka sa sitwasyon mo na kailangan baliktarin mo siya. Ilagay mo ngayon yung oras mo kung saan mo sinasabing dapat mong inilagay noon. Di ba? So, there's still a way. And sometimes, a lot of people, they get stuck. Bakit? Negative na eh. Yung aura, yung pananaw. But my good news to you is you can still convert it positively. Make those regrets your fuel this 2025. Okay? Now, another energy that I want to talk about is gratitude. So kanina, we just converted that energy, negative energy into positive. But this time, this is a natural positive energy, gratitude. Kung meron kang pinanghinayangan last year, meron ka bang pinasasalamatan? Anyone, can you share it in the comment? Anong mga pinapasalamatan mo last year? Okay? So maybe you're thinking because, 'di ba? Actually, hindi ka kailangang maghanap ng ibang reasons to be thankful for. Yung buhay ka lang, humihinga, nakaka-attend ka nito ngayon, nandito ka ngayon, that's already something to be grateful. No? Thankful ka, grateful ka na hindi ka sumuko, that's right. Thank yourself, no? Tumingin ka sa salamin mamaya, sabihin mo sa sarili mo, salamat, hindi ka sumuko. Huwag ka mag-alala this year. Hindi kita pahihiya. Papatunayan ko sa'yo, hindi ka nagkamali, na hindi ka sumuko. Thankful ka that you survived 2024? That's right. Because 2025, you will thrive. I'm telling you, you will thrive. Tapos na yung survive. This is the time to thrive. Thankful ka dahil ginawa mo yung gusto mo at hindi ka nakinig sa mga pumipigil sa'yo, probably, or sa mga nagdi-discourage sa'yo. That's something to be grateful. No? Pasalamatan mo yung sarili mo dahil pinaglaban niya nung sarili mo yung bagay na gusto mo. Okay? Thankful ka because nakilala mo yung community kung nasan ka ngayon. That's a good way to look at it. Be grateful. Because kung wala ka dito ngayon, maybe nasan ka kaya? Sino kayang kasama mo? Ano kayang influence sa mga nakukuha mo? Ano kaya? May natututunan ka kaya? Are you natutulungan ka kaya or nagagamit ka? 'Di ba? Okay? So, thankful ka because you started a business. Yes, that's a very good reason to be thankful about. And ano yung mga pinapasalamatan mo na ginawa mo, di ba? So, yun yung mga sinabi nyo kanina. So, now, this is an attitude of gratitude. And tonight, I want you to do this. Get ready. Do this. Get your cell phones. Get your cell phones. Okay? I want you to express or show and let's spread this attitude of gratitude. Ikalat to natin. Ikalat natin. I want you to get your cell phone, type this message, and send this to anyone, as many as you could. Maybe simulan mo sa 2, 3 ngayon, tapos tuloy mo na lang mamaya after the webinar. Hi, blah, blah, blah. Your name. Kunwari, hi, Juan de la Cruz. I just want to say how grateful I am for you. Thank you dahil specific reason, sabihin mo. Pwedeng for always being there for me, for your support. Thank you kasi mabait ka sa akin. Thank you kasi tinulungan mo ako. Thank you kasi sa mga payo mo lagi. Thank you kasi lagi mong pinapalakas loob ko. Anything. Thank you kasi nandiyan ka lang. You make such a difference in my life. And I truly appreciate you. And you know what? When you do this, again, hindi nyo kailangan na exactly ganito. This is just a guide. Gusto mo Tagalog? Kung Bisaya ka, Bisayain mo. Kung Ilocano ka, Ilocanuhin mo. Kung, 'di ba? Kung Hapon ka, Hapon mo. Bahala ka. Basta uh, do it as sincere as possible. And I just want you to exercise this because sometimes hindi natin to ginagawa. That's why ang energy, ang emotion na nananaig sa sarili natin are all regrets, fear, doubt, negativities. But this action will open up, no? Yung opportunity na pumasok yung blessing because you are spreading gratitude, no? You're living it, okay? And yeah, I want you to do this and send this personally, ah. Send this personally to the person. Not necessarily na nandito sa call, maybe magugulat siya na, ba't kaya nag-thank you sa akin to, no? So sometimes kasi hindi natin nagagawa to but I want to help you do this. I want to encourage you to start doing this. Thank you. Be grateful, be thankful for these people. Okay? And you will see the impact. You will see the result. And I want you to share with me, no, kahit na i-message nyo ko or directly send nyo sa akin, Coach, alam mo, nung sinend ko yung ganito, ito yung naging feedback sa akin. Coach, ganito. I'm excited how it will work for you or I'm excited kung ano yung magiging result nito pag ginawa mo. Okay? All right. So, do this to about 2 to 3 persons and later ituloy mo siya. All right? So now, I want to just show you or share with you some of my experiences on this, no? I want to share this story about one of my followers. May isa akong follower na naka-follow siya sa akin, student siya, estudyante, no? And for some reason, hindi ko siya kilala. He just messaged me sa social media and he's following me pala and he said na gusto niyang magpa-mentor. So and then sabi ko, sige, okay, we started communicating and taga Bulacan siya. So I met him there. Natuwa ako sa attitude, sa mindset, tapos despite yung situation niya sa family, no? And then I'm sharing some of our conversations. Itong first one is ano siya he has this grateful attitude, no? Kasi doon pa lang sa una niyang message sa akin, thank you daw sa mga contents na ginagawa ko. Hindi ko naman siya kilala, di ba? And that's what I love about what I'm doing. I don't know who's getting value from it, but as long as there is one, sobrang masaya na ako nun. And sabi niya, thank you, tapos for checking on me, ganyan, etc., etc. So, ano siya, hopeful, positive. And then, eventually, I think mid last year or late last year, nag-update siya sa akin, itong nasa kanan. Sabi niya, Coach AJ, quick life update. Since kayo po yung mas lalong nag-inspire sa akin dahil naniwala kayo sa akin. Ito po yung first cash out ko. Worth 11 days of work. Maliit pa compared sa kinikita nyo. Hehe. Pero as of now, po sa pag-aaral, ako nakafocus. In-update niya pa ako sa, para bang ano, no? Parang hindi niya naman ako kamag-anak, di ba? Pero in-update niya ako. Yun nga lang po muna, alam kong busy kayo, ingat kayo lagi. So pinakita niya yung screenshot. 41,000 pesos. He's doing some editing, mga works, no, ng mga digital works. So part-time niya ginagawa yun kasi nag-aaral siya. So why am I showing this? So this is an exchange of gratitude, no? So he's grateful with what I'm doing, pero he doesn't know na I'm more grateful because of these messages na sinesend niya sa akin because mas inspire ako, no, to do things na sometimes dahil minsan mahirap, minsan parang walang nakakapansin, walang appreciate, parang ayaw mo nang gawin eh. Di ba? Do you feel that way? Do you do some things na parang feeling mo, wala naman nakakaano nito eh. Tigil ko na nga to. Walang nakakapansin sa akin, walang nag-appreciate sa akin. But you know what? You will be surprised. A lot of people gets value from what you do. A lot of people are being helped sa mga ginagawa mo, pero hindi mo lang siya na realize and na-experience because there's no way to communicate it. And that's why yung exercise kanina, in-encourage ko kayo to do it because it encourages or it inspires more positivity and conversations like that. Okay? So, now, let's talk about 2025. Speaking of words, no? Ano yung mga words mo importante that you have keywords that you will do in 2025 or you will focus on? I want to share with you some of my keywords. I want you to wag mong kunin dito because those words na nakikita mo are mine. Yan yung 2025 ko. I want you to create your own like this, no? Or at least isa lang, pero if you can have more, better. Put it in the comment or write it also. Kasi these are the keywords that you will focus on or you will, ito, yung magiging mga guiding words mo for 2025. Mine are strength. So I plan to focus more on my strength, not so much on the weaknesses, no? But really maximizing the strength and gaining more strength in everything. Of course, thrive. So I believe that 2024 is survival and this year is for thriving. Ito yung year na magta-thrive ang life ko, okay? In terms of business and all aspect. Wellness, I'll be more careful, mindful about my health overall, no? Physical, mental, spiritual, everything. Culture, I will be focused on creating culture within my team. Value creation, I will keep on creating value. This is a start. Itong ginawa ko ngayong webinar is one way for me to create value. So, hindi to binabayaran. This is a free webinar and the main goal is to just create value, no? Mayroon ditong isang matulungan ko. I'm so fulfilled already. Yung preparation ko for this, itong spend kong time na to are all worth it, no? Discipline. There are things na alam kong dapat kong gawin, sinimulan ko nang gawin, kaya lang minsan yung discipline na yun nawawala. And I want to be more disciplined in all that I do. Development in terms of personal and other people, no? Personal development with myself and also developing other people. I want to focus more on that. I want to measure things, no? I'm measuring now the time that I'm spending. I'm measuring the food that I'm eating. I'm measuring the number of steps na ginagawa ko araw-araw. I'm measuring my activities. I'm measuring my goals. I'm measuring my productivity sa business. I'm measuring my consistency and number of contents na kine-create. I am measuring it because these are the things that really guides me, no? Balance between everything, no? Kasi in the past years, I would admit that ang focus ko really was really mostly business, and I want to have to start more of a balanced life, no? And also maybe in the sense of financial, no, I want to balance more my portfolio, okay? Not putting money in one basket, so to speak. I'll be more balanced with it. Structure, I will observe more structure in everything, in my communication, in the business, and even in my personal things, no? So I don't know with you. I hope you can provide yours, no? May nagsabi dito discipline din. May nagsabi dito work hard or hard work. You can say it like that. So I'm encouraging you to create something like this and then ma-remind ka every day, no? Strong positive mindset. Okay, that's a very good word. So anything, any phrase that will remind you of your 2025. Anong gagawin mo this year? That's very important. So let me go to a more activity, no? So yung mga pinakita ko kanina are just concepts and reminders, principles, and I hope you learned something from them. Now, at this point, I want you to prepare your pen and paper because we will do something more actively. Okay? So I am giving you 3 things here bago tayo matapos. And number 1 is life crafting. So what is life crafting? It's a way to find purpose and meaning in life. So basically, kung nagka-craft ka ng iba't ibang mga, 'di ba, may mga woodcraft, 'di ba? Inuukit mo yung wood. Okay? Now, ang ginagawa mo dito is yung buhay mo yung ginagawa mo. So, I'm just bringing your goal setting, your New Year's resolution to a different level na tipong it's your life that you're crafting. Hindi lang ito goal na meron ka lang maging New Year's resolution ginagawa mo. No, you're doing this because you are really intentional in crafting your life. So individuals, there's a study here that says that individuals who engage in life crafting report higher levels of satisfaction, vitality, and mental health. Di ba? So I'm also an advocate of mental health and that's why I'm doing this. So kung you're concerned about your mental well-being, gawin mo to. Do this seriously. Huwag kang uh, multitask. Huwag kang mag-focus sa iba ngayon. Gawin mo to. Join us. Okay? It will give you higher levels of satisfaction. Yung tipong masarap ang feeling everyday na satisfied ka with what you have, what you are, who you are with, diba? And vitality. You know the word vitality? Ito yung feeling of you're so excited every day to wake up. Meron kang feeling na parang sobrang positive na gustong-gusto mong bumangon, uh, hindi pwedeng walang mangyari sa'yo during that day. So this is an example of vitality. The feeling na parang you have a big purpose or big goal every day. So, and you will only feel those things if you do life crafting. Kasi nga may sense of purpose ka eh. Meron kang sense of meaning in life, no? And essentially, ang life crafting is simply not passively letting life happen to you. Hindi mo hinahayaan na yung buhay nangyayari lang sa'yo. Na parang oras lang siya na lumilipas. Honestly, maraming taong ganun, nakakalungkot. Yung buhay nila is just like a time na umuusad, na natatapos sa isang araw. I hope you will no longer be like that kung ganun ka before. I hope you will find more purpose in your life. I hope na magkaroon ka ng totoong meaning, ba't ka nabubuhay. Okay? And it says here, taking charge, actually taking charge of your life. Kung tatanungin kita ngayon, are you really in charge of your life? Or are you the one really in charge of your life? Malalaman mo yan with your decision making. If you are deciding things based on other people's opinions, you're not in charge of your life. Hindi ikaw ang in charge sa buhay mo. Kung ikaw ay kung yung oras na ini-spend mo sa buhay mo ay nakabase sa ibang tao at kung ano yung gusto ng ibang tao for you, you're not in charge of your life. This year, start being in the driver's seat. Hawakan mo yung manibela, ikaw ang maging in charge sa buhay mo. Okay? So, let's do this. How do you do it? I want you to draw this circle. So, by the way, this is from peopleschool.com, and it's about, you know, life crafting, no? Ito yung way of how you map kung ano yung buhay mo. So, do this. Merong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles, no? And it will be divided into the different aspects of our life. Business, number 1. For example, how do you feel about your work, your career, your business effectiveness? Gaano ka ba ka-effective sa business mo, or gaano ka ka-successful sa business mo? So, from 1 to 5, 1 being very unhappy, ibig sabihin, closer ka dun sa gitnang bilog, 1 yon. Habang lumalayo ka, that's 5. Ibig sabihin, habang lumalaki yung circle, the more happy you are. Pag mas maliit yung circle, mas hindi okay yung aspect mo ng life na yon. So, isa-isayin natin. Business is about your career, work, or business. Relationship is about your support system, yung family mo, yung mga friends mo, yung mga nakakahalubilo mo, kamag-anak, relationship mo sa kanila. If you are in social media, maybe your followers, your relationship with them. Finances, how is your finances? Yung personal finance mo, how are you managing it? Gaano mo siya na kokontrol, or ikaw ba nagmamanage nito? Yung income mo, yung pumapasok na pera, yung lumalabas, yung naitatabi mo, yung nai-invest mo, how was it? Is it 1 or 5? Are you happy with it? Are you unhappy? Do you have personal means it includes passion, no? Passion project to grow. For example, in my case, personal ano ko is these are hobbies, fun activities. No, my personal passion project is to go back to reading more, no, consuming more contents, not digitally but from books, and journaling more. And these are probably in the past year, maybe I would say, ano siya, ano tawag dito? Not so happy. Hindi naman 1, pero not so happy. But this time, I want to change it. And then spiritual, you can interpret it as your faith. Kumusta yung faith mo? Okay? Yung iba, mental well-being to, personal journey, mindset. May nagsabi kanina, strong and positive mindset. So, I don't know, no? Whatever belief or faith, pero lahat tayo may spiritual aspect. And health, how happy are you with your physical and well-being? So, do this, okay? So, I want you to do this and put a line like this. For example, sa business, yung line mo ay nandun siya sa line na yon. So, mas malapit siya sa bilog. Tapos sa health, mas malayo. Nasa 5 ka sa health. Ibig sabihin, maganda health mo. Nasa 4 ka sa spiritual, 4 sa personal, okay? Nasa 2 ka lang sa finances. Nasa 5 ka sa relationship. So, ano yan? You can have your own and you can assess how you want it to be this year. So, this is one way to look at it, no? So, nakakasunod ba? Nagagawa nyo? So, I encourage you to do this. Yeah. And then, what's important is that here, namamap mo kasi, no? Nakikita mo in one glimpse, ano yung buhay mo. Diba? Kasi nga, kaya siya life crafting. You're crafting your life. Inuukit mo yung buhay mo. So, pag masyadong mababa or malapit ka sa circle, sa middle circle, Ibig sabihin, marami kang kailangan improve sa life mo. Kailangan malayo eh. Dapat yung linya nandun sa labas ng ng circle, no? Nasa outer. So that it's all 5. That's the goal. Pero importante na alam mo kung nasan siya ngayon. Gets? Okay? So, yeah, number 2, let's talk about your feeling. How do you want to feel? December of 2025, anong mga feeling ang gusto mong maramdaman? Okay? So kasi most of the time, people set goals, no? Ito yan I'm giving you another concept here. Kaya minsan pumapalpak ang isang goal kasi goal lang siya eh. You don't attach emotion to it. For example, I want to have a brand new car this year. Gusto ko magkaroon ng brand new na kotse. And that's it. Tapos na. Tatrabaho ka na, ipunin mo, magkano ba yung kotse, 1,000,000, okay, ipon ako this year, blah, 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 trabaho, ganyan. And at the end of the day, makikita mo, mahirap, magbabago isip mo, along the way, wag na lang kaya, ay salip na brand new, second hand na lang. So, you know why? It's because you did not incorporate a feeling, an emotion in that goal. Ibig sabihin, kung let's say, gusto mo ng kotse na bago, anong mafe-feel mo pag nagda-drive ka nun? And that is very important in setting goal. The emotion attached to it. How will you feel? How do you feel about it? Di ba? So, sabi ni Bill Walsh, champions behave like champions before they are champions. In the same way, sa goal, you must feel happy about your goal even before you get that goal. Nakuha nyo? Hindi mo pa nakukuha yung kotse, masaya ka na. Nafe-feel mo na yung happiness about it. Yung excitement mo. Hindi ka pa kumikita sa business, hindi pa malaki yung business mo, may emotion ka na happiness and fulfillment and meaning and all, no? Lahat kung ano mang emotion yan. Because you have to be first before you have. Be, do, have. You have to be happy. So what in all that you do, you're happy. So that when you have it, you're happy. Okay? Pero pag binaliktad mo, have, be, have, do, be. Kailangan magkaroon ka muna ng kotse. Para pagtrabahuhan mo, para maging happy ka. Baliktad. Kailangan masaya ka na. Wala pa sa'yo, masaya ka na. You're fulfilled about it. Di ba? Hindi ka pa successful sa life, feeling mo successful ka na, yung ka na. Panindigan mo na yon. So that every day habang ginagawa mo yung dapat mong gawin towards that goal, you maintain that feeling and you maintain that state of emotion. And so that when you have it, and in fact, having it is just a result of that. Automatic na lang na mangyayari sa'yo because initially, yun ka na, di ba? Kaya change talaga eh. Babaguhin mo talaga eh. Hindi pwedeng sasabihin mo, puro palpak ako 2024 eh. Kailangan 2025 may mangyayari sa akin para maging masaya ako. Mali. Wala pa mang nangyayari sa'yo dahil start pa lang ng taon, maging masaya ka na. Maging positive ka na. Maging hopeful ka na. Maging excited ka na. Maging passionate ka na magtrabaho. Hindi hihintayin mo yung goal na mangyari bago ka maging ibang tao or maging better person. No. Champions behave champions before they're champions. Behave as someone na nakuha mo na yung goal mo. Okay? So, let's talk about this word. Type it in the comment. Win. Type it. So, do you know that there's a science when it comes to words, no? Sabi dito, there's a science na or experiment na ginawa and participants who read achievement-oriented words like win and achieve, succeed, master. Alam nyo ba that scientifically, research to and proven that improvement happens in their performance. Their performances improve because of simply saying these words, reading these words. That's why one of the things na pwede nyong gawin ngayong taon, mag-display ka ng mga positive words sa wall mo, sa bahay mo. Di ba? Na nababasa mo kahit na nasaan ka. Let's say pagpasok mo ng kwarto o kaya kahit nasa banyo, no, habang naliligo ka, habang, di ba? Kung nakahiga ka sa kama mo, dapat may nakikita ka sa harap mo na words na anything that you can read positively because that's one way of feeding your mind with positivity. And achievement words doubled participants' desire and motivation. Mas lalo ka ngayong magkakaroon ng desire, no? And motivated ka lalo. Even reading a word like win changes our chemistry to behave more like a winner. See that? Pero pag ang lagi mong naririnig, nababasa, nakikita, puro negative, talo, nag-fail, 'di ba? Na-scam, so matatakot ka lagi, lalo kang hindi makaka-achieve ng anything. Nalugi, 'di ba? Parang feeling mo walang mangyayari sa iyo. Pero if you do these things, 'di ba? Sige nga, can you type it? Tinype nyo kanina win. Can you type more positive words, more achievement-oriented words in the comment? Ano pa yung mga words that is associated with achievement? Di ba? Type it. Patingin kung ano mga naiisip nyo. Kasi there's a science behind it. And ito, hindi lang to basta-bastang webinar, no? These are, inaral ko to, pinag-aralan natin to, may mga materials tayong ginamit dito. Passionate. Okay? Rich. Yan. Di ba? Pag naririnig mo yan sa sarili mo, I'm telling you, mag-iiba yung behavior mo. Mag-iiba yung way mo of performance, your achievement. Triumph, fulfilled, I can, successful, great, victory. Okay, dami, di ba? Success, start making it a habit to use these words more. Kahit sa text, huwag puro problema. Ang problema ganito. Kaya lang ganito. Kaso, ito naman si ganito, paninisi, ganyan. Dapat achievement-oriented yung mga salita natin. Di ba? Kung may mga group chat ka, kung saan may mga kasama ka rin ng mga ibang tao, you keep on sharing and spreading positive words like this. Okay? So this 2025, what will be your words of affirmation? Ano yung mga gagamitin mo? So in your paper, dun sa ginawa nyo, in each of these aspect, business, relationship, finance, personal, health, and spiritual, put underneath each of that, no, sa portion, lagyan mo ng win word. One win word. No? For example, relationship. Lagay mo love. Yan. Finances. Rich. Ayun. Business. Thrive. Whatever, no? Lagyan mo, okay? So put win in each of these areas and then lagyan mo ng own words mo. Okay. So for 2025, this is feeling forecasting, no? So ano yung feeling mo today's January 2025, December of 2025, ano yung gusto mong pinapasalamatan mo sa sarili mo? Kunwari, December 2025 na ngayon. Patapos na ang taon. Ano dapat, kaya nga forecasting ano yung fino-forecast mo na mafe-feel mo? Saan ka grateful? Okay? O kaya, paano mo mape-prevent yung regret on that day, on that December 2025? Pino-forecast natin, no? Pino-foresee mo. And what do you wish for next? Ano yung wini-wish mo in 2025? Anyone, can you write it or share it in the comment kung merong gusto mag-share dito? Na matapos ko yung goal ko, okay? To finish my goal. Yan. So dapat there's a forecast of the feeling. So yung kanina, yung pinakita ko, yung win, kaya mo ilalagay yung win kasi gusto mo, yan yung ma-feel mo by the end of 2025. This is a forecast. This is, hindi ka lang nag-set ng goal. Di ba? Kasi aside from setting the goal, na kunwari gusto ko maraming pera, dapat you also set a feeling na gusto mong ma-feel. Kasi material yun yung gusto mong makuha no? Let's say pera, kotse, di ba? Pero kapag you put feeling, that's emotional and that's powerful. And yun ang kakaiba dito sa sinasabi ko sa inyo. Na you don't just set a specific goal but attach an emotion to it kung anong gusto mong ma-feel by the end of this year. Okay? So for example, ano yung mga example na to? So set mo to, no? Kanina, ito yung mga goals na pwede mong gawin. I want to get paid more. Gusto ko mas tumaas ang income ko, mas maging confident ako, mas ma-promote ako this year, mahanap ko na yung purpose ko, maka-close ako ng mga big sales, ma-expand ko yung network ko, mabayaran ko yung utang ko, matutunan ko yung bagong skills na to, maka-increase yung savings ko, madagdagan ko, lumaki yung savings ko, makabili ng brand new car, maging certified ako sa isang area ng skills, and hindi na ako ma-underestimate ng ibang tao, maka-travel abroad. Yan. So, anything, hindi kailangan yan, no? Mag-set ka ng goal mo and attach a feeling to it. Okay? So dun sa kanina, dun sa pinakita ko, 'di ba? Nilagyan mo 'yan ng win. Yung win mo, yung goal and the feeling that you will have when you achieve that goal. Okay? And lastly, ito yung pinaka-importante. The who and the what. Sometimes, most of the time, ito yung kulang sa pagsiset ng goal natin. Normally, in each start of the year, we set the goal. Normally, kulang na nga yun Hanggang doon na nga lang tayo sa 1, di ba? Yung pagsiset ng goal. Hanggang doon lang. Ang nawawala is the forecasting of your feeling. Ano yung gusto mong ma-feel. Hindi mo yun kino-consider Hindi mo sinasabi sa sarili mo. Dapat, sinasabi mo lang, okay, gusto ko ngayong taon, magsisimula na ako mag-diet. Hindi mo sinasabi na dapat by December of next year, kahit gaano kadami handaan, kahit gaano karaming kainin ko, hindi na ako mag-worry kasi healthy na ako. Walang ganong emotion O kaya, kailangan makabayad ako ng utang ng ganito, ng ngayong year. Pero wala kang consideration of dapat, ang feeling ko, end of the year, dapat hindi na ako nag-worry, dapat nag-enjoy na ako ng holiday, kasi wala na akong utang, may peace of mind na ako. So these are feeling, and yun yung sinasabi ko, lagyan nyo ng emotion yung goal nyo. And these are also things na hindi natin nako-consider when we set our goals, no? The who and the what. People. Okay? According to Michael Easter, he's an author of this book, The Comfort Crisis, sabi niya, no matter how old you are or how much money you have, being lonely increases your risk of dying in the next 7 years by 26%. Sino dito ang loner? malungkot, lagi lang nagsosolo, ayaw makihalubilo. 'Di ba? Pag may mga social gathering, events, ayaw sumama kasi gusto lagi lang nakamukmok, no? You will increase your risk of dying in the next 7 years by 26%. Overall, it can shorten life by 15 years. Okay? So, what do I mean by this? When we set our goal, we have to consider the people. Who are the people that will help you achieve that goal? 'Di ba? Kaya hindi natin kaya minsan yung goal talaga hindi na-achieve. Why? Kulang eh. 'Di ba? Nag-set ka ng goal, gusto mo maging healthier this year. Pero ang kasama mo lagi puro mabisyo, manginginom, puro walang pakialam sa kalusugan. How can you be healthy? 'Di ba? Gusto mo magsimula ng negosyo this year. Pero ang kasama mo lagi mga uh, hindi naniniwala sa business, ayaw mag-take ng risk, mga average thinkers, mga nasa comfort zone. So hindi ka makakapag-achieve ng goal mo because you have a wrong support system. 'Di ba? So you have to consider the people who's going to help you achieve those goals na sinet mo. And eventually, ma-feel yung feeling mo na sinet mo for yourself. Do you have wonderful people around you? Remember that social connectedness not only helps buffer against stress, but also enhances overall life satisfaction, increases self-esteem, and emotional resilience. Kaya ka hindi nakaka-achieve ng goal kasi nga yung feeling mo na you're not satisfied with your life, humihinto ka na, sumusuko ka na kagad. And you know what? What's the reason for that? You don't have enough social connection. Isipin nyo yung mga taong kilala nyo na hindi connected. Loner, di ba? Laging nagsosolo, nasa isang lugar lang, parang laging alone, lonely, di ba? They're not satisfied in their life. So, I encourage you this year, aside from the setting of goal, attaching a feeling to that goal, make sure that you surround yourself with people who you think and you believe will help you achieve that goal. Sumama ka sa mga tao na alam mong makakatulong sa'yo. Because it's a choice. Pwede namang hindi ka sumama eh. Pero kalimutan mo yung goal mo. Kasi eventually, if you will have to choose, di ba? As I was saying kanina, hindi ka pwedeng magsabi na gusto mong maging healthier today, this year, pero ang kasama mo laging nasa buffet. Di ba? Pwede ba yon? Laging nasa buffet, laging nasa bar, laging nasa... hindi pwede because it's not aligned with your goal. So people or the people around you should match the goal that you set. And another thing, di ba kanina sabi ko, people, the who and the what. So that's the who, the people. And can you type in the comment or maybe tag someone here na you believe who will help you achieve your goals this year? Sige nga. Type mo nga in the comment kung sino-sino yun para let's see if you are aware. Kasi baka naman yung iba sa inyo, hindi ko nga alam kung sino eh. Sino nga ba? Nako, yun ang problema. Hindi mo alam sino yung mga taong makakatulong sa'yo sa goal mo. That's the problem. You have to know them. Okay? So type in the comment kung sino-sino sila. If you can tag them, tag them. Okay? Now, the next is what skills are missing. Isa pa to ha. You have a goal. pero you have no skills to get you to that goal. Example, your goal is to learn how to drive this year. Matutunan mong magmaneho, mag-drive. Kaya lang, wala kang skill sa pagmamaneho. So what do you have to do? Kailangan ilagay mo sa goal mo yung pag-develop of that skill. Sa pag-develop ng skill na yon. If you had to learn one thing right now to help you succeed, what would it be? Example, pagmamaneho. Kung meron kang kailangang or sabihin na lang natin, kasi pagmamaneho is already a skill, it's not a goal. Kunwari, ang goal mo is magkaroon ng or magkaroon ng business, no, na related na nagre-require na magda-drive ka. Okay? Example, gusto mong mag Grab driver, kunwari lang. You don't have a skill in driving. So you will answer this question. If you had to learn one thing right now to help you succeed, what would it be? So that's the skill of driving. So hindi ka lang magfo-focus dun sa yung goal na maging Grab driver, but you also have to focus on a goal that is developing skill. Another example, you want to have a business. And yung business mo requires you to do presentations. No? Kunwari, you are marketing a product, so you need a presentation skill. So you will answer this. If there's one skill that you would have to learn to make you succeed, what would it be? That's presentation skill. Kasi kahit na magkaroon ka ng business, pero wala ka ng skill, you will not achieve success in that business. Okay? Or maybe meron ka ng skill, pero what skill would help you achieve your goal faster? Paano ka bibilis? Di ba? Maybe by just posting in social media, nakakabenta ka ng product mo. Pero if you will be able to present better, you will get your goal faster. Kunwari, your business requires marketing. Di ba? Your business requires marketing. Nakakapag-market ka ng product mo sa mga kakilala mo. Individually, sa mga kakilala mo lang, nabibili yung products mo. Pero yung second bullet here is asking, what skill would help you achieve your goal faster? Kung ang kailangan mong sales is 1 million, pero ang nabebenta mo lang through your network, sa kakilala mo lang is mga 500,000, paano mo madadala sa 1 million yon? Maybe you need to learn technology, use of social media, digital marketing, whatever, para gamitin yung skill na yon to bring your goal to the next level. Diba? So anong skills ang meron tayo? So dapat we also consider those. And lastly, yan. What is your one big goal? Kanina pinakita natin to, balikan lang natin. Because I want you to see na dapat after talking about the goal, ano yung skills attached to it, the goal should be like this. For example, no, ang goal natin ay to get paid more. Okay, so kung yan ang goal mo, get paid more. So paano ka kikita ng mas malaki? Paano ka babayaran ng mas malaki? In your work, in your business. So maybe you have to focus on 4 areas of skills. Communication, your EQ, your presentation skill, and your effort. So for example, in your communication, ang kailangan mo is to have better communication skills with your team. Diba? With your clients. So work on that. Nakukuha niyo ibig ko sabihin? a lot of people will say, gusto kong kumita ng mas malaki. Hello, it will not happen. Hindi siya magic wand. Na pag sinabi mo lang, binagayway mo yung wand, mangyayari na yung pagkita mo ng malaki. No. There are attached skills na dapat mong i-develop. And kunwari nga, you want to get paid more, then develop your communication skills better. You want to get paid more? Get better relationship with your colleagues. Paano ka kikita ng mas malaki? Kaaway mo lahat. Wala kang makuhang client kasi puro mo kaaway. Diba? Wala kang makuhang business partners kasi kaaway mo yung mga business partners mo. Hindi yun mangyayari. Maybe you need to learn to do presentation because more presentations, more sales, more income that you will produce. Learn to be better presenter. To get paid more, maybe you need to exert more effort. How will you get paid more kung most of your time nakahiga ka dyan sa bahay? Eh, ang clients nasa labas. Kailangan mong lumabas. Effort. Maybe increase my effort by 20%. So that is a more specific set of goals. Ma-apply mo yan sa kahit anong goal na meron tayo. For example, pay off debt. Oh, gusto mong bayaran ng utang. So paano mo gagawin 'yon? Maybe you need to budget more your income, your money, ba-budget mo muna. Mag-eliminate ka ng extra expenses. Ano pa? Mag-allot ka ng certain amount of money na itatabi mo and then ibabayad mo unti-unti. Uunahin mo kung ano yung specific na utang ang uunahin mo. Pwedeng yung maliit muna para maubos yung maliliit hanggang sa palaki ng palaki. So, there should be a specific goal within your bigger goal. Okay? Are we learning? Okay? And then, ang pinaka-important dito is, this is the last. And I want to end with this. And this is where goal setters differs from goal getters. Yung iba nagse-set lang ng goal. That's why they're goal setters. Pero yung iba, they get goals. No? And how do they get goals? Because they ask themselves, when? Kailan? Nagse-set ng araw. Nagse-set ng oras kung kailan sa kalendaryo. Alright? So, now, at this point, malalaman mo how serious you are with your goal depending on what things can you find in your calendar. Example, goal mo na mas maging healthier, pero sa calendar mo wala kang time na nakalagay na mag-zumba, na mag-exercise, na mag-gym, hindi siya mangyayari. Ito yung defining factor, your calendar. Gusto mo mag-grow in your business, pero yung calendar mo walang business days, puro personal days? No way. You want to have better relationship with your family, pero wala kang family sa calendar mo? No way. You want to have ano pa? A better finances, no? Pero wala kang specific in your calendar na every ganitong day, I will save this much, I will invest this much here, etc. So, it's all in the calendar. In fact, makikita mo sa isang tao what's important to them based on their calendar. And I want to show you here the long weekends na meron tayo sa 2025. Wow, no? Grabe, oh. Ang dami. So, alam nyo ba? if you are really serious about your goals, you can actually use this for that. A lot of people, they use their long weekends, just to enjoy. Wala namang masamang mag-enjoy, mag-relax. Pero people who have goals, they don't just spend their time and waste it. They spend their time intentionally and with a purpose. Okay? For you to thrive this 2025, you don't have to rely on your 8 to 5 only. Kung nag-work ka, 8 to 5 is not enough to thrive this 2025. So ito, mga examples to. So kung anong gagamitin mo ng mga long weekends na to, ng mga holidays na to, it will dictate kung ano talaga ang priority mo and goal mo this year. Okay? Balikan mo yung 2024, ang daming nasayang na oras. Sabi nyo kanina, mga regrets and all. Sabi nyo, yung mga regrets na yon, pag binalikan mo yon, yung calendar nyo, makikita nyo, I said yes. I was not able to say no. That's why my calendar was filled with days na unproductive. Diba? Makikita nyo dun sa calendar nyo, because I'm not focused. That's one of your regrets last year. Because you're not focused, your calendar looks distracted, no? Dami. Nasa business ka this time, and then another, this time hindi na business, this time travel, this time enjoy, puro enjoy. So, and then business again. So makikita sa calendar eh. The calendar will show everything, no? That's why, to end this, I want you to do this as a guide na you can use this for your calendar, no? So set a daily, monthly, and yearly, no? Sabi ko kanina, if you're serious with your goal kanina, di ba, kunwari, get paid. Ano yung mga skills doon? Communication, presentation, EQ, relationship, and also more effort, di ba? So, gamitin mo yung calendar mo specifically. Example, daily. Use 1 hour a day or a week for learning. Ano yung ile-learn mo? Maybe 1 hour na you talk to people, no? Or you do a presentation in a week. 1 day a week. So it doesn't mean 1 day na tuloy-tuloy. Di ba? Kunwari, in a day is 2 hours, di ba? So this is 1 hour in 1 whole week. Kung kaya mo, 1 hour a day. It depends. Basta it should be put into learning. Read books, makinig ka, no? This webinar is recorded and will be played. Balikan mo to, panoorin mo for 1 hour in a week. 'Di ba? Kung binabalik-balikan mo lang to, what will happen? You will have more mastery dun sa mga pinag-aralan natin ngayon. Monthly, kada buwan, spend 1 day of training per month. Sa isang buwan, mag-dedicate ka ng isang araw. 'Di ba? Ang dami mong araw sa ibang bagay, isang araw lang kung seryoso ka dun sa goal mo, let's say na kumita ng mas malaki, na mag-succeed yung business mo. E di may isang araw ka dapat na nagte-training ka dun sa business mo, whatever it is, 'di ba? For you to be successful. Kasi if all your wants and quote-unquote goals will not be translated into your calendar, useless eh. Diba? And yearly, find and attend a weekend extensive training for mastery. Attend ka ng something, no? Ako, every year, I see to it. I do that internationally. So last year, I attended because I want to uh, improve and develop my skills and leadership. I paid for and I attended a 3 days training conference sa Amerika. It's translated into my calendar. Hindi ko pwedeng sabihin, I'm serious with personal development, I'm serious with leadership, I'm serious about teaching other people, tapos I don't spend or invest in myself. No. Kailangan, kung seryoso ka sa sinabi mo, mapupunta siya sa calendar mo. Alright? So that's the whole point of it. Daily, weekly, di ba? It doesn't matter, magbasa ka, I don't know, monthly, may na-attenan ka dapat, you have to be there, and yearly, you have to work on yourself, whatever it is. Attend ka ng isang 3-day training, conference, no? Summit, whatever, and you will see the difference. You will thrive this 2025 kapag ginawa nyo lahat yan. Alright? So in that circle, again, balikan natin. Kanina may nakalagay na lalagyan mo ng goal. Ano yung goal mo sa each one of them? Business, relationship, finance, personal, health, and spiritual. Bawat isa doon, lalagyan mo ng goal. Lalagyan mo ng win. Ano yung win? Yun yung win feeling. Ano yung feeling of win mo doon? Tapos the third, lagyan mo ng when. Kailan mo yon i-achieve? Kailan siya mangyayari? Okay? And I hope may natutunan tayo ngayong webinar and I hope natulungan ko kayo. The whole point of this, the whole intention of this is to help you thrive this 2025. At ang importante, baliwala lahat to, this more than 1 hour of listening, di ba? Yung pagko-comment nyo dyan, and being attentive, useless lahat yan if you will not take these 3 words. Action, action, action. Okay? After this, simulan nyo na. Di ba? Start with that life crafting and thing and start by setting your goals and start your way towards the achievement of your goal this year, 2025. So, my goal is for everybody who attended here and all those na makakapanood pa nito to thrive this 2025. So, maraming salamat.